And then if you trust yourself when you're cutting this out, if you can just trust to cut only halfway. And then fold over. Alright, stand up when you have this on. And raise your hand if you are missing anybody from your group today. Maybe it's missing that one. Right, and how are you? That would be- Delilah, you take this to the front office, please. You know it's for Wyatt. It's for Wyatt. Okay. We are not gonna glue this down just yet, just so it's a little bit easier to, write on. So when we were talking about opposites, to open the top flap, and opposites are two integers are sorry, my fault. So two integers are opposites if they are placed, let's see, on a number line. That are the same distance from zero. The sum of two opposites is zero. And that last part would be, so if you have -3 plus 3, that is going to give you a 0. So that's what that means for that last one, the sum of two opposites is 0. Thumbs up when you have this copy down. Alright, so let's slide over to this side, and you're gonna draw a number line. Just kind of in the middle. And we're gonna put 0 in the middle. And then you're gonna put 4 tick marks to the right. And 4 tick marks to the left. Alright, again, thumbs up when you have this done. Yasmin, I need you copying this down, not cutting this out right now. You can cut it out once we're done. Alright, so somebody give me a number -4 through +4. Just pick one number. -4 through +4. Alright, Troy? -2. Alright. So we're gonna put a dot on -2. And then we're gonna hop to get to 0. So -2. What is the opposite of -2? It's the opposite. Hey, Gael. So a +2. So then we're gonna put a dot on +2. And we know it's 2 jumps from -2 to from -2 to 0, and we know it's 2 jumps from 0 to +2. So -2 and 2 are opposites. Do we all agree? Alright, somebody give me another number, -4 to +4. Alright, Kaya? 3? Okay. So, put a dot on 3. And I'm going to hop 1, 2, 3 times. So if this is 3, what is the opposite of 3? The opposite of 3. Christiana? -3. And we know that because why, Christiana?
Because it takes the same opposite.
Right. So 3 and -3 are opposites. And it's the same distance from 0 on both sides of the number line. So that's how we know that they are opposites. Again, this is just kind of reinforcing what we've been talking about the last couple of days. All right, thumbs up when you have this copy down. So I advised my son that if he could get straight A's for the 4th 9 weeks, I got him AirPods because he's been like begging for them. And you want to know what class he doesn't have an A in?
Math.
I want to stab him. Yeah. He's got A's in social studies, ELA, science. But math, he always struggles.
Yeah,
Like he always starts every 9 weeks out because I just got an update for Power School and I went to he always starts out between a 70 and 80 every 9 weeks for math. I'm just like, I'm a math teacher. What is wrong with you? And he's great at math. Like he's AIG in math, but he can't get an A in math for the entire time he's been in elementary school. That's always been what keeps him off of honor roll. Give me the strength, y'all. My child's not gonna make it to 6th grade. Okay, sorry. Huh? Yeah.
Wait, how is that possible if you're a math teacher?
Because he don't listen to me.
Oh.
Like we get in arguments about. He's like, well, that's not what my teacher said. I don't care what your teacher. Wait, you ain't even got a teacher. So listen, because he legit has no math teacher. And I'm just like, just do it this way. He's like, but that doesn't make sense. Why? Because I don't know how to show my work.
Oh.
I'm sorry, what did you just say? Yeah, he's one of those. He had homework yesterday, and I was like, did you do your homework? He's like, yeah. I said, do you need me to check it? Because their homework is graded for accuracy. And he's like, no. I said, well, what was it on? He's like, adding and subtracting fractions. And I'm like, dear God. And I was like, okay. I was like, so like, how do you do it? He's like, Mom, you just gotta find a common denominator. I said, well, what if you can't? Like, well, then you just multiply them together and then you get that. And I'm like, okay, all right, bro. And then I was like, well, what happens if you have an improper fraction? Well, you just change it to a mixed number. And I'm like, how do you do that? He's like, well, all I do is I count how many times that number goes into the other one, and then I write that. I'm like, okay, what is 15 ninths? And he like spit it out, and I'm like, I hate you. You're not proving my point that I need to check your homework. So if he doesn't do good on his homework, which he didn't, that's why he doesn't have good grades. That child of mine, that child of mine. He doesn't look like me, but he sure has my attitude. He's doomed. Alright. So opposites, they are the same distance from zero. That's what you need to understand. One will always be negative, one will always be a positive. Now moving into absolute value. Absolute value is how far a number is from zero on a number line. I'm sorry, I had to totally out of for a moment. I just got aggravated. Alright, and this will always be what? It's always going to be a positive number. So actually, let's use a color to write the word always, so it stands out. And make sure it is capital letters. So it will always be a positive number. Or it will always be a positive because what? What do we know about distance? What do we know about distance? Come on. Distance cannot be what?
Oh.
You forgot? Okay, Troy?
Cannot be like negative 30 feet away. It has
Right.
to be positive.
Yep. Yep.
Yes,
So always be a positive because distance cannot be a negative. Alright, thumbs up when you have this written down. Oh, I did forget to tell you guys, you're trying to earn off your silent lunch today, by the way. You're trying to earn off your silent lunch, by the way.
I have science stuff.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that you didn't go to the class, right? How do you think you're gonna earn off your silent lunch today?
By being good children. Be quiet.
Y'all are good children.
Be quiet.
Be quiet when you're supposed to. How else?
Listening and reading.
Yes, raising your hand and doing what? Participating. Alright, slide over to the right side. You're gonna draw yet another number one. Put it a little bit higher than middle, not like a whole lot, but just a little bit higher than middle. So put 0 in the middle. And again, we're putting 4 tick marks to the right. And 4 tick marks to the left. Alright, thumbs up when you have this drawn. When you have it drawn.
Wait, when you have a wrong?
No, when you have it drawn.
Oh, I have wrong.
Okay, so we are gonna be finding the absolute value of some of these numbers. So we're starting with -4. So I'm gonna grab a color. You're gonna put your dot on -4, and you're going to hop until you get to 0. How many hops did we just do to get to 0? Aiden? 4. So therefore, that is our absolute value. Make sense? Okay, you guys are going to be doing the next 3 on your own. You're showing your hops in a different color. You're writing how many hops it takes, and then you're writing your answer. When you are done, please go ahead and stand up for me. Stand up when you have this done. All right, go ahead, have a seat. All right, please walk me through the absolute value of 3. Walk me through the absolute value of 3. All right, Zoe? Up to 0. Perfect. All right, someone walk me through the absolute value of 2. All right, Delilah.
Under $1. And then you talk to your value 2 times.
Okay. And then the absolute value of -1. All right, William?
Start with -1 and hop to 0.
All right. Again, I feel like this is kind of repetitive, kind of redundant, but it's really important that you guys understand this. Okay? Go ahead, you can glue this in to your notebook right here. And then when you're done, slide over to the right side. And title that if you haven't already, and stand up when you're finished. If you borrowed some scissors, please return them to the drawer back there. Having conversations talking is not making you get rid of silent lunch. All right, go ahead, turn the page one more time real quick so that you can get this title down. So on the next blank left page, you're gonna write absolute value and opposites. CW/HW. Because depending on when you do it, will depend on if it's classwork 4. Stand up when you have this copy down. Ronnie, stop. Okay. Have a seat. So your absolute value. You did.
Okay.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, perfect.
Just need some rocket.
Okay. Isaac and Independent. So today, for your Khan Academy practice, this is linked on Canvas. So I'm gonna show you, don't grab your iPads. Don't grab your iPads. Don't grab your iPads. So when you go on to Canvas today, after I get done explaining, it's absolute value practice, absolute value practice. I think there's 4 questions and 7 questions. It's not like there are a whole lot. Now, with Khan Academy, when you click on the link, it's going to take you right to it. You can watch a couple of videos if you need help. If not, you're just reading the information and then you're answering. If you get it right, it'll give you a star, it'll be like, woohoo! And then go to the next question. If you get it wrong, then you have to like read all the information and then do it again. Okay? This should not take you very long, but you're gonna click on the first link, complete those, and then click on the second link and complete those. Okay? So, like I said, one has 4, one has 7. So you have 11 practice problems altogether. Please make sure you are showing your work in your notebook. If that means you're drawing a number line, if that means you're writing the opposite or whatever, just show it in your notebook. It's not, I'm not asking for a lot. And if you want to number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's fine. If you want to number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that is fine. I don't care. Just make sure they're numbered, make sure I can see what you're doing. When you are done with both of those, you are then going to come to me. You're going to show me your notebook. I'm going to check it real quick. And then you're going to get your absolute value handout. There are 5 questions. Again, not a lot. There's a graphing question on the back. So, obviously put it in the place values that it's supposed to be. So if it's in the ones place, you're going to put it right in front, or right to the left. Sorry, I gotta look at it. You're going to put it right to the left of your decimal. If it's in the hundreds place, you're going to put it to the right of the decimal. So just use common sense. You guys know your, well, I hope you know. This is technically classwork / homework. So please do not give this to me. You're going to glue this in on this absolute value and opposites classwork / homework page. Obviously you're not gluing the whole thing down, right? Because if you do that, will I be able to see both sides? No. So just pick the top to glue or the bottom to glue. Unfortunately, when I copied them upside down. So I apologize. Don't shoot the messenger. But just make sure it's glued down so then when I come around tomorrow to check it, I can just flip it up and see that you've done your work. Also, what do you notice about these questions? They are what? They're word problems. So what do you need to do with your word problems? Annotate them. Okay? Any questions with what you're doing for the remainder of the day? Now, if you want to work around the room on your Khan Academy, I don't have a problem with that. If you want to work around the room under class/homework, I don't have a problem with that. If you wanna work around the room while you're doing Lexia or Imagine Math, I don't have a problem with that. But please do not be doing, talking, anything like that. None of this is group work. Okay? Any questions? Alright, go ahead, get started.